people feel grateful. They almost feel like they got too good of a deal on something. Like, well, usually I've got to put my email for this. Like, you're just giving it to me? Like, I kind of owe you something. Let me at least check out the
Right.
product. And it
Right,
just
right, right. I
builds
love
that
that.
trust. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, let's talk about challenges because I want to know what went wrong, or like what were some hiccups that you had along the way, or things that maybe you tried or maybe you got off path, and how did you get over those humps?
Let's see. I would say, yeah, there have been a few times where we launched a product that seemed like a good idea, or it seemed low barrier of entry for us, but it wasn't requested by our customers. And that's how we make the majority of our product development decision, is asking for that feedback. And for a long time, we had an automated survey asking for, you know, product recommendations, but there were a few times where we deviated from that. And one was a hair growth capsules and a topical serum, and we created a whole kit. And there were clinical studies behind this product, and enough to where we believed in it. And there were multiple studies for these ingredients. And so then, I got early samples. I started taking it because I don't have a full head of hair. And so I'm like, okay, I'll be the first guinea pig. And so I started taking that. And my co-founder, Niels, he's got more hair than me, but he started taking it as well. And so we were testing the product and seeing, some minimal results, but it takes a long time to see that difference, for hair growth. But because there were clinical studies behind it, we felt confident in launching that product. And we actually did get quite a few people who said, like, I've noticed big difference in my hair, and like, please don't stop selling this product. And after we did discontinue it, like, we directed them towards maybe some other places to get similar ingredients. But I believe because it's not what people were coming to us for. They were coming to us to get back to baseline, to get to peace. Because nobody was willing to try it, that's when I realized, in order to get real feedback on this, I'm going to have to make up these batches and send free samples to people. And so that's what I did. I built a form and offered free samples. It was optional if they wanted to pay for shipping. Either way, I'd send them a sample. That was that next step.
Wow. So first of all, that's ballsy that you released the formula. Yeah, obviously, it turned out that people didn't want to order the ingredients, but that's, atypical in our space to release a formula. But you weren't coming at it from that perspective. You were trying to solve this problem that the community also had and just try to help, right?
Totally, yeah. I felt like a member of the community that had, we were all trying things and sharing answers with each other and giving suggestions. And I felt like this was part of my contribution to the community as an explorer, as a guinea pig. I felt like I was coming back from the field and reporting back to my fellow scientists, self-experimenters, and saying, like, I think we've got something here. Let's try this. And, crickets. But then once I did the work for them, paid for the ingredients up front, then I started getting, I think it was about somewhere between 15 to 20 people who actually sent samples to. And that was very encouraging. When I was 12, before I understood how calories worked, I came up with this product idea where somebody had told me that celery had negative calories. And so I had an idea to create a weight loss bar where we would extract the DNA from celery and put it into these bars. And I was mocking up, packaging sketches, even though I've never been a great sketcher. But I was just always in that creative flow. And of course, didn't move forward with that for a number of reasons, the holes in the logic, but it was, I would say, fast forward to my first office job. I was actually working at a mega church in Phoenix. I knew that I wanted to create a life with freedom. I wanted flexibility, and I was exposed to digital marketing, internet marketing, e-commerce from a young age. Back then, before there were podcasts really like on our phones, at least not on my phone at the time, I was burning internet marketing podcasts onto CDs and listening in like my 2007 beat up car, on my commute. Yeah. And so just learning everything I could about creating something of value online.
Many are too quick to broaden their audience before they've really truly saturated a smaller niche. Talk to me about, so 2024, you just almost nearly missed 10 million in revenue, which is amazing. What did it take to go from 2023? It sounds like you ended with like 2.2 million to 10 million the following year. What did that take?
I know I'm sounding a little bit like a broken record, but diversifying our ad creatives made the difference between, having campaigns that we could scale profitably and campaigns that were just breaking even and gave us no excess cash to reinvest into our growth. And so that was a big driver of our growth. But also on the back end is optimizing our email campaigns, optimizing the automated flows that we had. We used Klaviyo, and sending emails more consistently as well. And so that looked like bringing on some more help. At the end of 2024, we brought on somebody who, Diana, she was already part of our team and was helping a ton with copy and social media and just giving a lot of value. And she had written many emails, but it was still something that I was owning, wearing both the CEO and CMO hat. Yeah. And so that was that realization of like, okay, I need to let this go. I need to hand this over to somebody else, because we were struggling to send one email per week. And there was so much missed revenue and profit, and more importantly, people that we weren't helping as well as we could by not communicating with them as often. So that's been great. So since inviting her to take over email, we're able to send 2 emails per week, and
nice.
Sometimes more. Yeah, and we've seen a direct
I'm on your
impact.
list.
Okay, great. Yeah. And our emails have gotten more beautiful as well. They used to be very minimalistic, and so that made a direct impact on revenue, profit, and it's been great.
It sounds like you've been very hyper focused on, it sounds like pretty much three strategies. Number one, SEO driven keyword approach in terms of the product development, in terms of the products, naming the products, descriptions of the product. 2, this is part of it too, is like positioning. So being hyper focused on one niche. 3, the meta ads, Google ads first, meta ads, and then email marketing.